and welcome to another amazing episode. If this is your first time here, my name is Jacinta. I am an aligned love coach, and welcome to this amazing channel where we talk about all things relationships, all things fun, lifestyle. Sometimes we even talk about fashion. Really, I should revisit that. But for today, I'm going to be telling you how I finally ended up in the US because guess what? Guess what? It's my first year since I got into the US. I'm celebrating my first year anniversary in this totally different country, different culture, and boy, oh boy, do I have a lot to tell you about it. Yeah. And guess what? I've not just experienced it alone, I have experienced it with somebody else. Like you can see, I have an empty seat here. That means that I have a guest. So I'm going to invite my guests who you may or might not know, but in case you do not know, she's going to introduce herself. Yes, it's a she. I have spoiler alert, but can you guess which she is? Yeah. If you do not know, she'll be showing up soon and we'll be telling you about our journey moving from Kenya to the US. Of course, we are Kenyans by birth. We relocated here to the US. And please, please, please share this video with anyone who has ever asked me how I got here to the US. Somebody else who is very curious about relocating from Kenya, who might maybe consider the path that I used, which is, I don't know if it's a path or what, but yeah, it got me here either way. So I'll be telling you how I was able to achieve that. And the most importantly, subscribe to this video, like it, and share it. Yeah. So let's start this conversation. Karibu and welcome. So here is my guest. My guest is none other than my daughter, Lovett. Lovett has been here for another video previously, and if you'd like to watch it, please go back to the previous videos. I think 1 or 2 videos back. That's why I featured her. She was a guest. Yeah, you are a guest, right?
Yes.
She still is a guest. And today, she'll be helping me as we talk about our journey of coming to the US. Can you
Yes.
believe it? It's been a year.
A year.
How
Yes.
do you feel about that?
Honestly, time flies.
Mhm.
It feels just like yesterday when I was getting adjusted to it and going to school for my first time.
And I have that video. Would you want
Oh no, that was so
on the
embarrassing.
first day, imagine you go to school the very second week when we got here, because we got here exactly today, the 21st, and then they started school sometime in August. So we only had 2 weeks to get them ready for school.
Oh Lord.
And I have to admit it, I was very scared for you.
I was scared too.
So how was your first day, first of all?
My first day? Oh. I remember when I was telling mom that I would kiss the ground, but I never did it, of course. But I was like, I'm finally here. You know, the realization that you're finally here. It was just crazy.
Let me take you fast back. How did you feel when I told you we are going to move from Kenya?
I knew I was going to be I was happy. I was like, ooh, I'm getting out of this country. And I was like, oh man, I'm leaving this country. And leaving my friends, leaving family, leaving all the things that I grew up with. So it was also sad. So it was like a 50-50.
Did you cry?
We're not going to be talking about that.
Okay, and okay, let me just, for context, because I say that I would inform you, I came here on a K1 visa. What a K1 visa is a fiancé visa. This is the visa that you guys actually file, and I will get my husband to come here and talk with my guests when we talk about the timelines and everything that we went through, especially about the K1 visa and how long it took and everything that we put in. And my kids came in through the K2 visa, which is the children of the K1. Yeah, so they came as a result of me being the what? Am I the principal or the beneficiary? Yeah, the main one. And then they came because they're still part of me. But yes, in the middle of all this, there was a lot. We had an interview, the one they were involved in. We had medicals.
The worst. The worst.
How many shots did you get?
I got around 6.
Oh goodness. In one day?
Yes.
Well, I thought we went twice to the hospital. You didn't go 2 times. Did I take you back?
But I got all my shots in one day. Don't you remember?
Ah, yeah. I remember. So who got? Oh, it was Leilani because
Leilani.
she's the little one. I had her go because they were in school and she went to take them in bits. Because you have to be vaccinated. And that's not enough. You're still getting more when you're here, right?
Exactly. That is seriously sad.
So how is that sad? I think it's good for you.
Okay, I know it's gonna be good for me, but the process, I hate needles. So it just.
But you took it like a woman.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so but at least the good thing was that I guess what will be sad or very painful is if you have to go through these medicals and still not get to come.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So maybe in the long run it was good because
it's worth it.
Everyone who's coming here, especially on I do not really know so much about immigration, but I do know that people who are coming here not just as visitors, but they're coming with visas which qualify them to actually stay here longer. I don't know what they call those kind of visas. You are supposed to go through the medicals. That is us who come here on family bound visas, as well as people who come on green cards. They also do the medicals. And imagine you do these medicals before you do your interview. Yeah. So you have to do the medicals and then go for the interview, not knowing whether you're going to get it or not. And not only are they painful, but they're also costly.
Exactly.
So let's talk about the interview. Do you remember that day?
Exactly. I remember it. Of course, I remember it. I remember it, first of all, because we didn't go to school that day.
Yeah, it was a Friday. Was it a Friday?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember it was a Friday because I booked a Friday that way.
I thought it was a Wednesday.
So bad. Was it a Wednesday?
It was a Wednesday.
I thought it was a Friday, or was it the shots that I scheduled on a Friday?
I remember I took the shots during an exam, so that was on a Wednesday, and then maybe the interview was on a Friday.
Okay.
It was.
Yeah, I remember we had it on Friday, and I put it there so that if we need to cry, you can just cry during the weekend. But how was everything? At least I know I had the conversations with you. You used to know which part of the process we are at, how everything is going on step by step. So you knew what to anticipate. We even used to pray together for the process. So how was it for you? Did you feel like it was long or was it short?
That day, it was long to me. I was tired, but I was like, we gotta do this to reach here. So I was like, it's gonna be worth it.
What, the interview?
Yes, even though, okay, I can't say I was asked too much questions. Mostly it was you asked the questions. But
I don't think they ask minor questions. Minors, meaning that you are 12.
Yeah, I was 12.
Yeah, so they don't really ask them so many questions. All they ask is, are these your kids? Yeah. Is this their paperwork? Yes, that's all. They just wanted to see them. They were there. But they asked me all the questions. And we'll do a video about that in our in the video that I'll be doing with my husband about the K1 visa. Yeah. But how was it? We woke up very early. I remember we got there even before time.
Honestly, I was excited.
Did you sleep that night?
No. Whenever I get too excited of what's going to be happening the following day, I don't sleep.
Oh, goodness.
So I woke up. I was like, today's the interview. Because I remember you telling me it might take some few days and then we come here. I was like, we're now counting days coming here.
We did the interview on Friday and then we came here the next week on Saturday. Yes, we just had 1 week.
1 week.
1 week.
Oh. Honestly, I was scared because the way I was counting days, I was more sad because it finally hit me that we're gonna leave Kenya.
Like, when did it really hit you? Hit you like this is happening?
The end of the interview.
Really? What? For me, it hit me when we got our second notification. Remember, we had been waiting for the second notification.
I remember when Mom was updating us every single day.
Yeah, they used to. The first thing that they would ask me when they got from school was, "Where are we? Where are we?" Because there is a way you can be able to track the process.
Oh, it took so long.
And there's like a percentage. It starts from 20, 30%, 50, 80. Like, it continues like that. So every single day when they came back from school, they would be asking me, how far along are we? What percentage are we?
But I think that's also a good point where you started to realize, because you're starting to realize that the long part is finally gone. Because I think that was the longest that it took. Because waiting for the days.
Yeah, that before we heard from them, like the notification to tell you the case has now moved from the American side to the Kenyan side. So we'll explain this in the whole visa process, but usually your spouse or your by then fiance comes and files this as a case on the US grounds, and then now from there they have to process it. They have to do a background check on him and all that, and then when they're satisfied that it is actually a relationship, a legit one, now they push it onto the Kenyan side. And now during that is where the wait is. That is the longest time, when you guys are just waiting and waiting and waiting, sometimes for months. And by our time, we had some people who were doing the backlog, who had a lot of backlog from the COVID days. So some people from before us took years. Yeah, we were actually very fortunate.
We were very lucky.
Yeah, I think it took us some 6 months. Yeah.
Through God, we really prayed. We really did pray.
We prayed every night, all of us as a family, including my now husband, who was still here in the US. But yeah, though it still felt like longer than 6 months, if you ask me. Yeah. So anyway, when it comes back to your country, now that is when things move really fast. It takes at least it can take a month or 2 months, because you just have to keep checking. When you find a date that is very close to you, you take it. So that was all. It took us like a month or a month and a half by the time the case got back to our country for us to finally do the interview. Yeah. So it was very fast. Yeah. But now let's talk about, we were given the green paper, right? The green paper, and we were there very early in the morning. Remember, we got there. By the way, because it's in Gigiri, is around the village market area. So we left. We had lunch. We had breakfast, because
we had
it was
breakfast
very early in the morning.
Exactly.
Yeah, in Tribe. Hey, the breakfast was good over there.
I think I ate eggs. I don't remember.
They brought us a bunch of things. Don't even remember the basket thing.
Yes, I remember.
But Lilani was disturbing us and all that. But we ate. At least we ate to our fullest, yeah. And so we went there, but it was super cold. You remember how cold it was? Like, there's just something about that embassy that was so cold. And because I was reviewing, I was reading, I usually research a lot the days before.
She does.
And we had even been watching videos of people saying,
yes. That was like our we'll go up to her room and then we'll just see all of us.
We'd be watching going through those processes.
And going?
Yeah. So there we were watching. I had been watching videos of people who had gone to who had done their medicals, and how their experience at this place now, the embassy, and they were saying it's so cold. It's like it welcomes you to the US air. And I couldn't figure out what do they mean. Until that day when we went there, it was so cold.
It was cold.
And it was very early in the morning. But the good thing is that it was very early in the morning and we were done. Like, we got there at around 6, right?
And then we were finished by 12?
8. By 8. 8? It's 10. Yeah, 10. Remember, we were there with your uncle and we still dropped him at work and went back home. We were done by 10.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think our appointment was around 8:30. We were there at 8. And once we were done by 10. We just had to wait like just a little longer. Yeah, then we were done. So how did you feel when you were given that green paper?
First of all, let me talk about the day before. I had put my clothes aside. I was like, I'm sleeping and I'm waking up and wearing my clothes real quick. So after I did that, and then We all wake up. I was like, today's the day, today's the day. And then we go there and it looks like very, how can I say, very modern. Can I say modern? Not modern, but I could see like the process and how we were being escorted. You remember when we were like getting inside the building and then
the sash.
oh yes, that one. I was like, is this how America is gonna be? And then we finally got the papers. I was like, we did it, guys! I was really excited. Like, oh, my heart. It was.
We were a bunch of us there, remember? And now we were just waiting, everybody by their turn. I remember even for me, my heart was beating.
It was racing.
And then we had this paper where you knew your number and they call out your number and they almost fainted.
Oh. I could see her expression. Like, I just know when she gets nervous, I could see that face.
And then, but I had Leilani with me, and we go in there, and she's all over the place, and you guys were with her.
She was playing and running around.
Yeah, she was barely even 2. She was a year and some months old. Yeah. But yeah, we got the green paper where they tell you, yeah, welcome to America. You've been approved.
Oof. I remember when we sat and then there were these people who were like congratulating us. Oh, I felt good because you remember this person
been denied. Yeah,
I could see the pain.
Oh, I know they even cried, and you know those are the people in front of us, and you're like, oh my goodness.
And then what about us?
It was very scary. I remember that as well. It was so scary. And then we went in and we did that. And then what else happened after that? I remember you guys had to go to school, but you had to leave because it was within that 1 week. We have done it on Friday.
Oh, yes.
Oh, how was your week that week, knowing that that's your final week in school over there?
I remember. Let's not even talk about the days. The last day I cried when it's reached 5 time to go home. So like, I did tell my friends. I did tell my friends, even though my mom said I should not. Luckily, nothing happened. Luckily, but I remember this one friend of mine. We were crying together, like actual real tears. And then people around us were like, "What's happening? What's happening?" But I was just crying.
You came back crying because you came on Thursday. Since we said on Friday, we take that time to just finish packing and everything.
And packing was also another thing.
Like, what are you supposed to carry from all these years of your life, and you're just supposed to have like suitcases per person. What did you leave behind? That was
a lot. But now thinking about it, I should have carried some more clothes because now I feel that I don't really have much clothes.
How don't you have clothes? I think here it's because you have different clothes for different weathers. Back then we didn't really, you could wear anything at any particular time.
And plus we had uniforms, and here we wear these clothes every day.
Single day.
That's why.
That's another thing. But also there is the whole aspect. For me, it's when winter comes, I'm like, wait a minute, where are my clothes? You have to leave them behind in summer, and when it's summer, you're like, oh, my good clothes were during winter. So what is going on is like you really have to keep buying clothes like nearly every season. Yeah. So let's talk about when Marcus came to get us. Now, I think for me, that morning, going to pick him up,
I cried that morning.
That's when it hit me like it's really happening.
And then there were a lot of people in the house.
It was very chaotic.
I remember us just gathering things, like giving out things, and then I was like, we're going.
Me, I went on auto. I would say that at that particular time, I don't even remember anything. I don't remember so much. It was like I was on autopilot. I'm just moving, with packing, the way we had people around. Like it came to hit me later on when we were at the airport lounge. Now waiting for the flight.
Like just the entrance of the airport. It was sad. I think I really wanted to cry at the point because I was
But you didn't cry?
I didn't. house this close, this
I think it's
close.
because Liam was telling you that you would cry and you did cry. So remember
I was
that.
crying so hard because I was like, I've been watching these videos and I've been seeing them like all over, and now it's me.
It's you now.
And now living back all the places I've ever been, where I grew up, the people that I grew up with, it was really sad.
Yeah. Well, it was sad for me to just going in. I think that's why I just went on, especially that morning when I was going to get to pick Marcus from the airport. Just I went to our local supermarket there and I bought some tea leaves and in my head, and I'm saying hi to people and all that, thinking if only you knew that I was saying goodbye.
It was
and
the last time.
You can't be telling people, hey, I'm going, hey, bye bye, and all that. You can't tell them, but and then just driving my car down that road, knowing that this is the very first time our house, knowing that this is the last time we're seeing our house. That was very sad for me. Yeah, it was very sad. But I think my mind now at that particular moment was that we need to get to that airport and we need to get to that airplane before before we get late.
I know, like I was thinking, what if we get late? What
Exactly,
if we miss this?
the plane and all that. So it was just a mixture of emotions until we got to check in and we were seated there. That's when it was hitting my God, this is happening.
Remember when our family was there and then we were telling them bye and all those pictures? I wanted to cry. There's so many points where I wanted to cry.
But then you didn't cry at any particular one. Yeah. It's okay. It happens. I think just a lot was going on that it was very hard to just pinpoint it to one specific emotion where you're like, this is sad, 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 because so much was happening. I think we didn't even stay too long, and it was for the best because we got there early at the airport and we put in the bags early because later on we saw that the lines were so big because that's when everybody was coming in last minute. We got there at least some 2 hours before our boarding time. And because we had kids and we had all these bags, imagine every single person, including Marcus. For me, I took 4 suitcases. There was still he came with empty suitcases. He just had a carry-on bag. So we had his 2 bags, my 2 bags, your 2 bags, Liam's 2 bags, Leilani's 2 bags. We had like 10 bags.
I was like, somebody's not sleeping on this plane today.
Marcus didn't sleep.
I don't
Thank
think
God
he
for
did.
him. And remember, he just got there. Like he left here. He left here on Wednesday to come pick us up. He was supposed to get to Nairobi on Thursday or Friday. But then there was a delay because of the bad weather in Atlanta, which he ended up spending 27 hours in Atlanta. And then there was also another delay in Qatar. And imagine I went to pick him up on that Saturday afternoon because he got in Nairobi. The very same Saturday that we were traveling. He got there at around 12 p.m. Imagine 12 p.m. is when he's getting there. I'm picking him, we are going home. He just slept for like an hour, showered, ate, and by 6 we were out of that door.
I know.
Yeah. But he was still very energetic.
I know. I was like, I'll be.
Including in the plane when Leilani was all over the place. He was the one moving around with her.
Oh, thank God I sat with Liam, because if I sat with you,
it was very hard by the way to travel with a 2-year-old who has never ever been in a flight of like nearly, we had, the first flight was around, was it 18 hours or 16 hours?
16 probably.
Yeah. And then we went to, we were in France. To France, I don't even remember like the entire timelines. Maybe Marcus can really help out in the next video with this. But I remember just being in there for hours and hours. But I did like the food. What did you think?
Oh, I love the food. I love the way you can just like put on your headphones and then just watch a movie. Honestly, it was
you guys had fun because you were just there with Liam. Me, you were there with Leilani. I'm holding her. She's going to Marcus. It was a whole, it's crazy, especially traveling with a toddler, but
would you do it again? Right now?
Not if I had to. Not if it was not necessary like that, I would wait until she's your age. or at least wait until they discover a plane that can travel in like 5 hours.
5 hours, not somewhere far.
because it was a long time. Remember, even in Paris, the layover,
Ooh,
she was all over the
we were like,
place.
and then we were trying to get somewhere. Remember when we were trying to get food, and then there was like, it was like a big place. I was looking around because it was so good. And then I remember when we reached
And your experience in the plane, how was it being your first time?
my legs, they were cramped.
Mm-hmm.
They felt as if my bones were not moving. But honestly, it was fun. I looked outside because I got the window. Thank God.
Which part did you not like?
The when we were landing, like your ears, that irritated me. I don't know what it's called. What is it called? Like when you're about to land, and then like those. I don't know how to describe
the pressure.
Exactly. It was like hurting my ears. It was bad.
Mine is my heart. It felt like it kept dropping every single time.
I don't think I experienced that from my ears.
How? I mean, my ears felt nothing, but my heart, it kept feeling like it's dropping every single time we are going down. Like we are never getting there. What's happening? Like we are falling.
I wanted to like just make you land quickly because my ears weren't taking it. Like I felt like everything in my ears just. I don't know this way, to be honest.
Well, okay. So how would you? The 1 year. What would you say about it? How do you feel about it? And is your mic still on?
Probably.
Yeah, it's still on. It's okay. How would you sum it up? Your 1 year here in the US. We have experienced different seasons, new school, culture.
Okay, I've had my ups and downs, and through my parents being here, thank God for them because if I would be stuck. And for the seasons, I loved winter, even though it was cold.
I'm not looking forward to winter.
The building the snow, like snow, touching snow, you know. My friends were like, how does it feel? Like, call us, let's see how it looks. No, it was funny. And then for something that we've never experienced back in Kenya, I think it was something very cool to me. And about school, it was very different. People still ask me how is school in Kenya and now and here, and I still say it's very different.
In a good way or in a bad way?
Honestly, I can probably it has its advantages and disadvantages both from. But overall, I did have fun. There were times where I wish I could go back to Kenya. There were times where I wish that things would be different. But that, I mean, we would have gotten, like looking back, I was like, I wish I would have had more memories with this person and this person before leaving here, or before coming here. Because now you're looking back and
you miss them.
I do miss them. And it's so sad because every time my best friend, she's always like, I miss you, I miss you. No, it's very sad. It's actually very sad.
It is sad.
But I know one day I'm gonna save up and go back to Kenya. That's my I promise
Do you plan on going alone? Can you go back alone?
No.
But you have to wait for all of us.
We have to save all of us.
Yep, because moving a whole entire family is a lot.
A lot.
And for me, honestly, the one thing that I'm not even looking forward to is traveling, especially with young babies.
I think Leilani is good now. You can just give her a phone and
that's what you think until she sits for 2-3 hours. Can you say like in church how she usually is? Yeah, she's growing up and she's growing older, but maybe probably by the time she turns 5. She still throws and has her days when she'll wake up and be in a very bad mood and all that. But yeah, of course, definitely. I miss home as well. I miss friends.
I miss food. The food.
I miss motura. Which food do you miss?
Oh, probably. I know it's gonna be weird, but I really do miss the smoochas.
You mean smoky and chapati? Jeez, seriously?
It's a good combo. And overall, I just do miss my friends because when I'm talking to them and the time difference and everything and how they're telling me the activities they have in school, I'm like, I should have been there, you know. But yeah.
Would you want to go back and study there?
Not school. I'm not going back to that school. That school.
So for you, you would only want to go back just to be with your friends.
Exactly. Just.
Jeez.
And also, I miss. What else?
What do you like about the schools over here?
Over here,
Mhm.
probably okay, the freedom because hey, our school back in Kenya, we didn't have a law like you couldn't wear clothes like this, you couldn't do hair like this, you can't do your nails. Like it's like it was strict, like really strict. But here, okay, it's not. It's cool.
Mhm.
I think it like has a little bit of a good type of freedom,
Mhm.
but some people misuse it, and that's the thing that I think they should go to Kenya and see how it is. They experience it and then they come back here and see.
I would never even want to be a teacher over here because I think the students here are too spoiled. That's just
Exactly.
how I feel. But then, of course, at the end of the day, still also it depends even on your background. You're bringing your parents. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there are still some very good students who come from very strict backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about culture shock? Which culture shock have you experienced?
Uh, Probably eating junk food every day.
You eat junk food here?
No, okay, yes, but
Do
not
you-
every day. Not every day.
Uh-huh.
Not every day. But like how I see, always at school, like in the cafeteria, always get like this junk food and that,
Mhm.
and I'm like, if they go to
Which one? Burgers, fries?
exactly those
Yeah.
ones,
Okay.
and sometimes it can be too much,
Mhm.
and
But I thought they said that it's healthy, so it tastes not as good. If you ask me. But you have told me that the food over here is really nice.
it's really good. It's good. It's better compared to our school back in Kenya.
No, Monday you used to tell me it's Monday.
Tuesday ugali,
Uh-huh.
Wednesday maragwe,
Mhm.
Thursday ugali, Friday pilau. I'll always
You
remember
like
it.
Friday.
Sometimes,
Mhm.
sometimes.
Didn't you also have porridge and biscuits?
First of all, how does porridge and biscuit go together? But I actually prefer the tea
Mhm.
and mandazi. That was way better.
Mm. Okay.
Yes,
Well, it's been a journey,
a real
I
big one.
think. But honestly, yeah, it's been hard. I won't lie to you. Sometimes I also have my moments where I'm like, take me back home.
Me too.
But overall, I would say that I'm happier over here. What would you say?
I don't know about that.
Mhm.
Honestly, I think Kenya, when I wake up and go to school and see my friends every day,
Mhm.
it will make me happy. But here,
Mhm.
honestly, I would say I was happy in Kenya.
Because of your friends.
No, not just it's just I feel home. Maybe in some other years, like when I stay here, I'll
Mhm.
feel at home. But
Yeah.
I still know Kenya will be my original home,
Mhm.
and I still will miss it. And I think for now, I was happy in Kenya.
Well, how about you give it some 2 or 3 years to see after you have made more memories?
And after I've gotten a job in the car again.
And then we shall revisit this conversation in here because I know for a fact that, of course, that was our new normal. It was our new home. We had more good memories over there.
Mhm.
So it can never really be the same. And especially for you being a teen, where friends and such a life is what we think is the ideal life, especially when you've built a lot of your a lot around your friends and everything. It's different.
Plus, let me say something.
Mhm.
Here in the United States, people think, okay, when I came here,
Mhm.
it was really hard because people just saw me as a person from Africa and they think Africa is a place where there's no water, you know?
Stereotype. Yeah.
Exactly.
And they
Plus,
even think that Africa is a whole country. when
no,
you're saying Kenya,
exactly.
they're
They
like, huh?
don't say Kenya, they say Africa.
Africa.
They're like, you're from Africa? No, you're supposed to say I'm from Kenya, not Africa. Anyways,
Yeah,
I
just say
think
yes. I don't even bother. But it's because I've come to learn most people have not really traveled, gone anywhere. They have grown up here,
exactly.
their parents are here, they do not really know anywhere. It's like us how we used to think when we were back in Kenya that US is just a country. We didn't know that like
They were
right now,
states. I didn't
exactly,
know.
there are states which are like days away from each other and all that because that's how Africa is. Yeah, it's a whole entire continent. We just used to think, someone is in the US, that's all. You wouldn't care whether they're in Texas or they're in Virginia or they're in Washington,
Or just say
wherever.
US
Yeah,
in general.
exactly, in general. So most people are like that even here. And another thing, the news. They watch the news, and mostly the news we just see the bad stuff about
the
our
bad
country.
stuff. So they think
Yeah.
it's just all about bad stuff. But if you actually go and visit Kenya, you know how beautiful it is and the
Exactly.
culture. It's good.
It's really good.
Plus, I think here in the United States, like the kids have more like free will than in Kenya.
Yeah.
So when people in Kenya think that I've really changed. But here in the United States,
How have you changed? Which people are these? Well, which people
my
are you
friends,
talking to?
they think I've changed. They think I look better. They think I have more.
But you have grown up.
Mom, I was only 12.
Of course, but it's
And
been an year.
A year isn't
You
that
have
bad.
grown up, and what else? Grown up.
Exactly.
Grown up and grown
That's
up.
what they say.
Yeah.
But honestly, I just
They themselves, are they still the same way?
yes, maybe. I don't know. I don't see them. That's why I don't see them.
But you do share pictures, and you're always on the phone with them.
Only one.
So anyway, it's all part of change. For me, you haven't changed in any way. You're still you.
Okay, I think I have changed.
Have I changed? Exactly.
Based on me, I think I've changed from how I was back in Kenya. If you look at my pictures, Mom, you can't say I haven't changed how I look.
Well, nowadays, it's to be expected. When you're a teen, you take more care of yourself and how you look. Yeah, these are not things that you'll think about when you're mostly younger.
Exactly.
And they'll continue to happen even when you're in your teen and early 20s. That's very normal. It's very natural. Wait until you get money, and then you can be giving me some, and then the rest you use for makeup.
I'm saving.
Maybe you'll stop taking my makeup and start buying yours.
I don't take your makeup.
I'm just saying, she doesn't take my makeup, but when you buy yours, we'll be sure to share, right? So anyway, parting shot or something else that you would want to say?
What I want to say
Was it what you had hoped for? Let me first ask you that.
When I was in Kenya and I was told, okay, I hope that we could travel more, but I get the reason why maybe it's not. Probably because my dad has work, and I do get that, but I really hope like we could go like a different new state every day. I don't know. And I thought that we were getting money every day.
Coming from where? But it's very true. When you're in Kenya, you usually think that the US is a land of milk and honey, and that dollars grow on trees. Have you seen the reality? Honestly, for me and you, this will be the reality. At least I have a couple of people, or at least I know that the reality is that no way, there's no way that should ever be that easy. But then the truth is that there are more opportunities over here. Do you feel that?
Yes.
Yeah, and especially for the kids, they have opportunities.
I'll start working in a few years.
15. Yeah.
Only 2 years.
Yeah. Should be working, and not just working, but you can also get your college credits when you're still in high school. Yeah. And some people even graduate earlier. Yeah, did you see like the girl in church? Yeah, she graduated early. So here you have more opportunities. Like you have a lot of opportunities for growth. And like in Kenya, where we see so many people with degrees, with all these qualifications, but they don't even have jobs. So of course, that if that is equals to you being able to earn more money, I think that is where that comes from, right? Another thing. What else? How would you say overall to somebody else maybe who is there wondering, a young kid or a young person like you, thinking, should I come or should I not come?
Honestly, you should take the risk and come here. You'll get more opportunities. You'll make, I can't say you'll make more memories, but you'll have a better opportunity to make your life better than in Kenya. And plus, there are going to be ups and downs. Don't think it's just going to be good for you the entire time you stay here, or if you are staying here for like all your life. Just know there are gonna be problems, and not every time that you'll be like, oh, I'm having a bad day. It's not always gonna be like that. Just that's what I can say.
Okay. So which are some of these problems that you've encountered? Did you encounter bullying?
Sometimes.
Yeah. How is it like?
Oh, it's bad. Especially being a person from Africa or Kenya. they'll think, okay, mostly those are the white people. I think racism is real here, and if you aren't strong, it'll make you feel as if you don't belong here. That's what I was told. I was told I don't belong here because I'm black or whatever. But honestly, from my parents, they helped me. If
We
I
keep
was
people's, I will not say those words. But of course, bullies are just that. They're very insecure about something themselves, right? After all, this country, the original people, actually the indigenous people, even these ones who are saying it's their country, is not really their country. But at the same time, the bullies, they're just that. They're just bullies. They have
they're always
usually
gonna
have,
be here.
yeah, and they have deeper issues. And trust me, years later on, you'll be looking at them and you'll be like, so where has your bad attitude gotten you at?
Exactly.
Yeah. Mostly they might even be the most dumbest people even in class. You hardly ever get. But yeah, if you're a parent, because I ask you this because I had to go through it, and when she told me about it, I was so mad, and we went storming in that school. You don't want
That day, ooh.
You don't want to hear that story, but that is it. You just have to stand up for yourself, because not just in school, you might not even have seen it, but even back in Kenya, it might not have been racism, but there will always be a bunch of kids picking on you for something else. Yeah, we just have to learn how to not be pushed around by people, and it happens not just now when you're a kid, but even later on in life. Some people will come up and try to push their thinking, their way of lives into making you believe that they are always the ones who are right, but it doesn't have to be, right? Who you are is who you are. Yeah. Be ready to just stand up for yourself. Don't beat anyone. Yes, don't beat anyone up, but you can always beat someone up mentally. You can always beat them up.
Stand up for yourself.
Yes, stand up for yourself. Beat someone at their own game. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm very proud of you. And thank you for being part of my journey in life, because boy, oh boy, let me tell you, it's so hard, especially when you come here and you don't have friends. I know some people who came here through the very same visa that I did, and they didn't have kids, and you don't know anyone, you don't have parents, you don't have friends. It's so hard. But I always look, for this past 1 year, they have been a huge part of my life. Yeah. You and your siblings and Marcus, they have been my family. They have supported me even in doing the things that I love doing, like this show. They all help in the best way that I can. Even for Liam, who doesn't like being on camera.
He doesn't like me on
He
camera.
stays with the baby when I'm doing this. So everybody has just come together to make each and every person's life better and easier. And I think we have grown closer as a family.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think so too. It has honestly been, like she said, there have been good times and bad times, but I can say that it has been a journey that was worth it. Yeah. Yeah. So any parting shots? Like the usual line, do you want
to make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and share it to anyone who needs it, as she always says. I always listen to her, and I really hope that this information really helped you, because watching through those videos, they did really help me, gave me an expectation of how it's gonna be over here. So I hope my mom really helps you. She tries her best, and please you too try your best and like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you, my dear. See you in the next video. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye bye.